it comes to weight loss, most of us want total transformation overnight. But what if I told you that lasting change sometimes begins with one small step? And what's that step called? Meal tracking, meal logging, food logging, whatever you want to call it. Listen, sometimes you want to change everything at the same time. You want to change your exercise, you want to start a new diet, you want to start a new lifestyle, new habits, everything. But when you focus on one keystone habit and you drill down on it, most likely you start to see results. And as a child of God, it's also about stewardship, stewarding your body right, what you feed it with, how you take care of it, which is why in this video, we are going to be looking at meal logging as that one simple transformative habit that then leads you to lasting change, which for some of us is weight loss. So as a weight loss coach, one little thing that I do with my citizens would be to encourage them to write every single thing that they ate. No fancy diet, no workouts, no nothing, just one simple habit. Write every single thing that you eat at the beginning. It changed everything. I promise you it did. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking that down, what that does to you when you log every single thing that you write, and how that ultimately impacts your weight loss journey. So keep on watching. Hi everybody, welcome to the Save the Children YouTube channel and hopefully soon podcast. My name is Eziaha Bolaji-Olojo and I'm a health coach. I'm a mom. That's really my number one job, being a mother. Listen, it's real. But yes, I also help people lose weight, stay healthy, and more than anything, I believe that I have an assignment from God to help us come to enough consciousness and awareness where we can push back this junk pandemic by making better choices, by pushing away junk and really introducing healthy food, introducing and keeping healthy foods in our lives and all the good things. I truly believe that there is a health crisis globally. It's getting worse, and as wise and prudent children of God, we kind of like can sight it from afar and start to make changes now, because that's what the prudent person does. You can sight the changes coming and you start to make changes now so that you're not a victim of it. Kind of think of Noah building the ark. Nobody knew what rain was, but when the rain came, they were all victims, apart from the wise ones who had entered the ark. So I want to encourage you to enter the ark of healthy living so that when the rain, which is the global health crisis, comes knocking on your door, you're safe in the ark. So in this video, we are going to be talking about this one habit that changed everything. So yes, face the facts, track your meals, lose the weight, sharing real results from my weight loss citizens, like I call them, a Coach E Nation. So the first thing I would say when it comes to tracking your meals is that you want to face the facts. Sometimes we avoid the truth because we think that the truth would hurt. But God has called us to walk in light. If you don't put light on anything, it is not going to change. So by logging every single meal my citizens had, they could come face to face with the reality. And we're going to talk about what that does as time goes on. But instead of experiencing fear, like we think, oh, I'm just so afraid, or I don't want to see it, because fear makes us not want to look at something. You kind of start to experience freedom, because it's looking at you. It doesn't have any hold over you again. You're looking at it, it's looking at you. All the foods you ate in one day, over 1 week, over 2 weeks, over 3 weeks, you start to experience freedom. The fear is gone. You experience freedom. And when you're tracking your meals, you don't even have to overthink it. Just track it. Whatever thing you eat, write it down. Write it down. As you look at it over the weekend, of maybe 1 week of tracking, or at the end of the day, you're like, wow. But instead of that fear that makes you want to run away, it's freedom that you actually truly experience. So I want to think of, David and Goliath. when David had to take down the giant, Bible says he ran toward him. So you got to run toward your fears if you're going to take it down. So that's the first thing that happens. You feel freedom. You feel like the energy to now do something. So see your giant clearly so that you can take it down. A lot of times weight gain is really about what we eat. So when you can face it and be like, man, I have been overeating, you can then start to make the changes that your body deserves. So when you face the facts, you take fear out of the equation, and that's when true transformation begins. So number one, face the facts and write it down so that fear can go. Don't be afraid. Now, number two is people actually lost weight when they started to track their meals. It's amazing. Sometimes the best results come when we stop trying so hard, like you're trying. You just focus on one thing, like I said, a keystone habit, the one habit that can change everything. So I didn't tell them what to eat. I didn't give them any fancy nutrition guide plan to follow. I just told them, write down what you're eating. In 1 week, we had people lose weight just because they were now conscious. It had built an awareness in them, knowing that they had to write down everything they ate. And of course, like I said in my book, if you don't have it, get a copy of how I lost 30 kg in 4 months, which I then updated with 10 lessons as a coach. I said in that book that you actually have to say the truth. You actually literally have to say the truth. So if you know that everything I eat, I'm going to write it down and someone is going to see, but forget about someone saying it, even you seeing it. You just realize that before you put anything in your mouth, you pause. And just that, simply that, I did not tell them to follow any plan. People came back in the first week and they had lost weight. And we continue that, not just 1 week, we just keep doing that. Awareness is powerful. That's why I said you have to kick out the fear first and run toward your giant, and you're going to take it down. Awareness is a game changer, and ignorance was bliss. So gather data, and then when you know better, you actually truly start to do better. Something else that really helped was the group nature of the thing, because when you share what you eat, everybody's seeing it, your coach is seeing it, so accountability really helps. And it's not about shaming you, actually. Forget about that. We're all on a journey. It's just about making you aware. And just, a good kind of social pressure, like peer pressure, like, hey, see what people are eating, see what I'm eating. Look, this thing works. Just do it. Which is why I love our coaching communities, because you can see, it's just such a beautiful place where people get to not just lose weight, but change the way that they think, which is big for me. I'm actually a health mindset coach, not just like a weight loss and diet and all that. I actually deal with your mind too. So sometimes all it takes is the awareness of what you're actually eating and the accountability of your coach and others to actually bring about change. So that's my point two. They lost weight because of awareness and accountability. Now the third is really important, and that is buy-in and adherence. If you're coaching anybody through anything and you want to see change, a lot of times you tell them what to do. They kind of feel like, oh, you're telling them what to do, and they want to follow through, but they don't really follow through. Now, when my citizens have seen all that they've been eating, seen the result of it, seen a few changes right at the beginning, when I now tell them, okay, this is how I want you to eat, they are quick to buy in because they're looking at data. What you have been doing is not exactly working. Now I've come and I've told you that I didn't even need to tell you anything. I've just brought an awareness to what you're eating. When I now tell you, hey, I have a better way, you will lean in even more. So coaching this way helps us build buy-in, increase the adherence rate, instead of just coming and then throwing you a nutrition plan and all the things. No. So even for you, you start to feel a bit of ownership, like, it's true, the one I've been doing is not working. Now, I've given my coach permission to truly coach me in a way that brings about results. So buy-in, adherence increases when you start first by tracking your meals. So once my citizens track their meals, sometimes the timings too, you could see the impact of snacking, late night eating, overeating. You see it looking at you, and you see the impact on your weight so far and even now. They're then open to receiving professional guidance from me, and that's what you want, both as a coach and even as a client. You want to give the person permission to change your lifestyle, but first, data matters. So it's almost like this story where Peter is speaking to all the people after Pentecost. And when he finishes speaking, giving this searing speech, the Bible says the speech cut to their heart. And they're like, men and brethren, what shall we do? That's what happens when you see the impact of your eating. You're like, men and brethren, aka coach, what should we do? And it really, really works. So yes, buy-in and adherence increases because you want to get results, but you also want to keep results, which is what we call forever results with our coaching. So with facts at hand and faith in your heart and complete willingness to now adhere, we then start to take coaching to the next level, and then we see true transformation and we truly enjoy the forever results that we deserve. So this one simple habit of logging your meals had such beautiful impact on my citizens, and I just shared 3. Number 1, you face your fears. You're no longer afraid. You feel freedom, and then you can go after your giants. Number 2, you truly start to lose weight because you're now aware. And number 3, there's buy-in, and your adherence rate is likely to be higher because you have seen that what you were doing before is not exactly working, and there is a new way to do things. So if you are overwhelmed by the concept of weight loss and you think, I have to do too many things, I just want to encourage you, even if you don't get a coach, if you need to get a coach, please come to us. We have beautiful programs for you, right? But even if you want to start on your own, just start with that. Write down everything. But please get accountability. It could be your husband, it could be a friend, whatever it is, just get accountability, face your fears, and take down the giants. When you start with this one thing, you're not necessarily overwhelmed because you kind of build up. Of course, you don't stay there. We still get to other points within our coaching, but at least starting this way makes your entry easier into this pathway. So remember, it's about stewardship. What do you do to your body that God has given to you? I want you to build a for-purpose body. I want you to be safe from the global health crisis. I want you to be equipped to feed your family healthy. If you're a woman watching this, you have children, you want to make the best decisions for your children so that they too are safe from the health crisis. Remember, my goal is really to save the children. Children by age, yes, but also children at heart, and of course, children of God like you. So if this video was really helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe, drop a comment. I'd love to see that. It also helps the video be seen more. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, I'm leaving you with the shalom of God, which is the perfect peace of God, because the prayer of shalom contains all of the blessings, all of the prayers. God bless you. No, remove the keep on watching part. I think I want to continue. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be talking face the facts, track your meals, lose the weight. Now, real results from my coaching journey. Okay, let's start again in this one. Okay. In 1 week, we had people just gain, So point 2, sometimes it's just awareness, really. And okay, no, point 2. So awareness really as my to actually bring. They have so now to wrap things up. This one simple habit of meal logging had these 3 effects, or these 3 is it effects? What's the word now? Number 1, you face your fears so that you can take down the giant. Number 2, we log. Is it data? Okay, no.